Okay, so we are here with a Shenron boss event run. I decided to ask Twitter, hey, what are some runs you want to see me do in the Shenron events? And a lot of people ask, fused fighters, right? And access Twitter and access question on my Twitter is what I'm trying to say. If you, I guess, want to check out and answer some teams you want to run, let me know in the comment section below. And I'll try to get those runs done for y'all. But here's the Fuse Fighters team. This one took me 2 tries, unfortunately. The first try actually got killed by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta because of the AoE attacks, right? At the very end, which we'll get into in a second, right? But I just want to explain the team that I did run and why I chose some of the options that I did. So first and foremost, we did have LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Since this is a Fused Fighters run, we obviously have to run them as my lead, right? There's no way around that. They are still a very, very strong unit, but they can be caught at the end because those AoE normals could be quite devastating for them. Now, next we did bring the LR Gods here. Again, both the Year 7 and Year 8 units do have the special equipment from the 8th anniversary event, which does give them a lot of extra defense, so that's really, really good for them in this run. Again, the LR Gods will just be a nice, once we get like some stacks with them, which you see right here, we got 3 nice stacks with them. You're able to really just float them off, and they could be a nice strong slot 3 unit that do have dodge. So in the potential case where we have to, evade some AoEs in the last slot, they will likely be able to have a good shot at just taking 0 damage at all, which is really, really good. I mean, I brought the 5th year Gogeta as well. He does have his own special equipment from the 8th anniversary events, and he is able to do so much damage. Like you guys will see near the end, this guy basically is one of the sole reasons we win because of the amount of damage he did. It's absurd. So having him right there, we're gonna float him off so that we can instantly transform him on turn 4. Now, talking about this rotation here, we do have, again, the Mylar Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. We have Ageo Gogeta Blue. Now, Ageo Gogeta Blue does have a 50% chance to dodge for the first 4 turns. Luckily, we got him at turn 2. So what's going to happen is this very next turn, we're actually going to see him transform into Gogeta Blue, where from there, he does have a 70% chance to dodge. There I have Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo is just going to be able to give us the active skill at the end, which is probably, honestly, you could say that the active skill is the true reason why we're able to get this no item run. It's an absurd ability that you could use here. So besides, I have Estera Piccolo to link with him and give us some support. But that's basically why I picked each of these units on the team, right? Very top heavy, this Fused Fighters team, but the units obviously are able to synergize really, really well together. Now, the reason why I decided to miss some super attacks and get really low key with all my units is for Orange Piccolo. He only has his guard for the first few turns, so luckily that did happen. What I was able to do is take some of these attacks here at the end with his guard activated. Now, unfortunately, we got a little lower in HP, but we're able to heal some of it back on this turn with the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and even give them an extra stack, which I'm like, okay, I'll definitely take that, right? We also got some healing with Piccolo and the gods right there, so the orbs felt pretty good for us. Unfortunately, pushing the gods off does suck because the next phase is actually going to be an, what's it called? An AGL phase, right? But I decided, getting the Super Saiyan 4 more stacks is probably more important because, again, the gods could at least dodge the AoE attacks, while the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I'm going to be running them as a floater based on the rotations I have set. So if they get AoE like 3 times, they are hit for like at least bare minimum 100k before they super, even with damage reduction orbs, which is a lot of damage. So we want to get them as many defense stacks to try and minimize that. Now, right here, I was like, okay, I'm just going to kind of go out and we're just going to go full power here. We want to try and get to the Estera Sin phase as soon as possible. Luckily, we were able to dodge right there, which is pretty good. And I got some guaranteed dodges. Keep in mind, when Gogeta Blue does transform, he does guarantee dodge for the turn. But yeah, what I wanted to happen is I actually wanted to get the gods back on this rotation against against the physical Sin Shenron. The reason why is because physical Sin Shenron, if I was able to get the active skill off with the gods there, we would be able to get quite a nice amount of damage in just at the start. He's able to be linked up with the Estera Gogeta Blue, right? And it'll just be an overall really, really good damage in rotation. Plus, having Esther Gogeta Blue turn 1 against the actual physical Sin Shenron fight means that once we get to the following rotation, we will be able to get the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta's active skill off, their super attack specifically, right? And then, transform with them. We would already be able to do that because it's turn 4, right? But you guys get the point, right? Being able to use the active skill instantly there, being under 50% HP, or the boss being under 50% HP would be ideal, right? So yeah, we got some extra stacks here, which is why I didn't transform here. I decided to risk it so that we can get some extra stacks with these guys, and it did play out really well because you see we got the triple super attack. Very, very good. You could see a 20 IQ play with me for sure. I meant to say 200. Anyways, so they took a lot of damage there, but we're fine. Because right here, we could actually get a lot of keys for healing again. Now, it was very dangerous because we got much lower HP than I was thinking. But I was like, okay, Orange Piccolo definitely does kill here because he would get the extra key and he's gonna actually get some of his extra stats, right? At the very least, if he doesn't kill, the LR Super Saiyan 4s 100% would kill with their double super attack, and that is actually what ends up happening. So Orange Piccolo gets a really nice damaging shot here, bam, then he's able to get the last amount of his build up. So again, this was basically, he didn't have his guard here, but he was type advantage, right? So he's able to get a bit up safely before the final phase here. Now, again, we're going to enter into Sin. I was like, okay, it kind of sucks we couldn't get any stacks at, with the other Super Saiyan 4s as the case, right? But here is, yeah, we're able to... This is a disgusting turn. This is probably like the best turn I had against Sin Shenron like ever. So first off, bam, we get the God's active skill. They got 3 of their stacks right there, so they're able to do a nice health bar of damage to him. And I was trying to think, okay, we really, really need to get those rainbow keys first. Like, I see the 3 rainbow keys first on the side, right? And I was able to get them perfectly while I was getting Gogeta Blue Max key. I was tempted a little to grab the tech keys first, but no. I'm like, we need that dodge for the AoE attacks. Gogeta Blue able to dodge the super attack perfectly and activate his 4-turn buff of, the actual attack, right? Because for the 4 turns, once he attacks, he gets the key and the extra attack there, allowing him to do extra damage. Again, he's actually dodging here. Even though he didn't dodge the first few turns, that's really good. And then we see a 16 mil guaranteed super attack. I guess guaranteed crit super attack is what I tried to say there. And then he got the 30% chance active. So again, Gogeta Blue, once he easy A's, his 2 additional normals become a 30% chance to become a super attack, right? We got the additional, at the end there, but it's just a normal attack. And it's like, look how much damage we did. We did, what, 5 health bars just with Gogeta Blue by himself. The gods dodged there like my goats, right? Ajo Gogeta Blue dodged, very, very good. Then, bam, we get another 18 key super attack with the LR gods. They have the nullification, so with the nullification, we are able to, I think we get rid of the AoE attack, right? Then we get the guaranteed double super attack here, which is quite good, right? The gods having the guaranteed double super means the guaranteed super raise. And then on top of that, with that and their active skill, very likely get the triple super, which we did get here. So the gods had their active skill, the triple super attack, nullification, and it was all guaranteed crits. Like, look how much damage they did on their own as well, right? Okay, so we didn't get rid of the AoE there, but they're able to take double digits from there quite fine. Gogeta Blue obviously would take double digits, and then they didn't dodge this one here, but they still took just no damage, right? And then my idea was like, okay, right here, I will fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and we will use his active skill, and that will, of course, allow us to do some extra chip damage. Then what I was going to do is I was actually going to, well, what I did here is I put Piccolo right there at the front, I believe. I grabbed all these physical orbs with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Then I popped the Orange Piccolo active skill. Because what that's going to do is that actually does let us essentially... Maybe I should have had Piccolo in the middle, linked with the STR Piccolo to get the healing link as well if possible. But what that actually allows me to do is restart the turn again, right? So since even though I grabbed those orbs and healed already, it still resets the turn. So because it resets the turn, I'm able to grab same type orbs again and heal even more, and then I could reactivate the link to heal again if I want to, right? Because you see the HP stays and everything like that. Then even more, something that's even more busted for this Orange Piccolo when you use the active skill. Any super attack, Sin Shenron, okay, Sin Shenron can super you once per turn, right? If he does a super attack in the rage mode, once you exit the giant form, you actually still can't get super attacked because it's the same turn. You see the turn counter at the bottom is at 7, and that is stuck there at 7. So when you return, he can't super attack you. On top of that, since Shenron can only do a couple of AoEs within the same turn, 3 AoEs at max, right? You see he did 2 AoEs this turn, and then the following turn he's going to do his 3rd AoE. Once he uses up those AoEs in the same turn, he cannot AoE again. So you see right here, this is why he's only doing that singular AoE there at the front, rather than doing like 3, right? So because of that, once we return, not only are we not going to get attacked all, but we're not going to be able to get super attacked. That's 100% guaranteed with the Orange Piccolo active skill, which again is an absurd mechanic, because on top of that, we're doing damage to the boss the entire time, and we're invincible. So it's like, you know, we're very easily able to take care of the boss because of Orange Piccolo. And spoiler alert, we actually do end up killing Shenron with Orange Piccolo because of that. And this is just a free to Piccolo, right? My Piccolo is actually at 55%, and then you could just do this at 55%. You could break this boss just by having 1 copy of Piccolo. That's all you need, just 1 copy. And even just only having him on like the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta team, or let's say the 8th anniversary teams, or you know, Yamcha's team or something. Like, he is also an Earthbird fighter, right? There's so many teams you could just throw him on with STR Piccolo now. Movie heroes, the LR Gods team, in fact, if I do that, I don't know if anyone requested the LR Gods team, I'd say, but someone did request that. Very easy, just throw Orange Piccolo on the team, right? Though I think maybe with the LR Gods team, I would try to like have the gods on rotation. I think that'd be a good idea. Like, I try to keep the Super Saiyan 4s as much as I can, like around 2, because it's like, you know, kind of the idea of running the Super Saiyan 4s and the Fused Fighter team. Obviously, they're the leader, right? So you're gonna have 2 of them regardless, but I feel like you could beat Shenron with having the gods on rotation. I'll just figure out like a build for it, but you could definitely do that for sure. The gods are strong enough to be kept on rotation the whole time. Now, yeah, I was like, oh, we actually just win, because we got the 3rd turn, obviously, here, right? And I was like, I was prepared to like put Piccolo in slot 1, at least the STR Piccolo, and have Orange Piccolo finish him off, but no, we do get that, and we're actually able to get like the quote-unquote KO screen here. Very simple, no item run. Now, obviously, I think we did get lucky in a couple situations where, you know, Super Saiyan 4s, unlike that 3rd turn, they didn't get super attacked. I didn't transform with them when I could have. Maybe they could have gotten super attacked and 1-shot by AGL Sin, right? It's different situations like that, but everything did end up working out together, right? I mean, like, the gods at the end, maybe Gogeta Blue didn't get supered at the front, but he supered the gods at the end when they didn't dodge, and bam, we just died, right? It's all RNG, but at the end of the day, I did get the win. Wasn't really too difficult, so I cut here just to show my team, you know, setups and what kind of equips and stuff and link levels I have on my units. Spoiler alert, they're all like link level 10, right? But I do have some really good equips on them, I feel. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll let the rest of the video play, and of course I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.